Today I want to give you my top suggestions for dealing with your Amazon business taxes. Now, when the year comes to a close, a lot of people start to think about how they should handle their taxes, and that's a good thing. You don't want to ignore your taxes. That's the worst thing to do. And before we even get into any of these suggestions, I want to just remind everybody, I am not a tax professional. Not giving professional tax advice. I'm just trying to steer you in the right direction, give you some information so that you can go and find even more information so that you can make the right decisions based on your specific situation. You don't want to just go on some video, some advice from somebody on a video. You want to be sure you get professional advice, but I at least want to push you towards the places that I think you can get the best professional advice. So let's get into the 4 suggestions that I have for you today on properly preparing your taxes as an Amazon FBA seller or Amazon seller, online seller. So let's get into that. Number 1, find a good CPA. Now, that's who I'm talking about. That's the professional, the certified public accountant. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. They know all the rules. They know where to look to find all the answers to the questions that you have. You want to find a good CPA. Now, here's some tips on how to find a good CPA. You want to be sure you don't just look in the yellow pages or look online and just pick somebody and hire them. That's not a good idea. You want to find someone who actually understands online selling. You want to have someone who understands maybe even Amazon guidelines and sale. You want to be able to find someone who understands what it's like to deal with taxes from someone who is, either self-employed, or maybe you've got your own, maybe you incorporated or made an LLC or an S Corp or whatever for your business. You want someone to understand how all of that relates to your specific situation. When you're out looking for a CPA, you want to find someone who has the heart of a teacher, someone who can explain things to you in plain English so that you understand it. A lot of times there might be some CPAs out there who like to talk like they know a whole lot, use big words, big examples and stuff, and you kind of get lost. And some CPAs actually do that so that you leave them alone. You're like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about because I don't know what he's talking about. So you hire them and trust them just because they're using the big words. You don't want to hire someone like that. You want someone who can explain it to you in a way that makes sense to you, and so you can ask them the right questions, because when it all comes down to it, your CPA is not going to be held responsible for any of the actions you decide to do. You are. So you want to have that information yourself. They're just giving you the advice, the professional advice. So you want to be sure you hire the right person. I know Dave Ramsey on his website, daveramsey.com, has a whole list of ELPs. That's what he calls his endorsed local providers. You can go in, put in your zip code, look for a CPA, and you'll be able to find endorsed local providers of people that he trusts, have the heart of a teacher, and who will be able to help you out. Now, that's a good starting point. You can go from there to maybe find someone in your area who also understands the life of an online seller when it comes to business relations and taxes and accounting and all that type of stuff. So that's number 1, find a good CPA. Tip number 2, keep good records throughout the year. Now, this involves, receipts. This involves the money that you pay for your supplies. This involves the profits that you're making, the fees. There's a lot of different numbers that come into play, and you want to keep good records of that. Personally, we use Inventory Lab. Inventory Lab is where we could put most of our information in, and at the end of the year you can print out forms and things like that. There's also forms that you can print out on Amazon, but we use Inventory Lab. You can find out more about that, get a free month of Inventory Lab going to fulltimefba.com/Inventory Lab. They got income reports, profit reports, different things like that can really help you out, and you can know your numbers and be able to have it all in one place. Now, obviously, if you aren't using any type of tracking programs right now, there's nothing that you can do about last year, but you can look forward to the coming year and be able to start the year right by making sure that you have some type of program that can take those numbers and be able to put them all together in an organized fashion. So again, we use Inventory Lab. When it comes to receipts, there's different apps like Scannable, where you can just take a picture of it on your phone of your receipts, and all of a sudden there's a digital copy. Then you can just recycle that original receipt. Other people use services like Shoebox, where you mail your receipts and someone else takes pictures of them and comes up with digital. Other people like to actually buy receipt scanning machines like what's it called? Neat Receipts, where you can just put the receipt through a scanner and it scans it and turns it into a digital version of your receipt. And all those, the taxes and IRS, they take those digital representations as the real deal for certain machines and certain programs. So you want to make sure that you're using the right machine or the right program to make sure that you're keeping track of all those things. Now, it could be really overwhelming to try to think about all the receipts you might have throughout the year, all the sales, all the fees and stuff. And so starting off right and just, doing it right now will help you in the long run. You don't want to be like, I'll just deal with it later, because it'll be worse later. So deal with it right now. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is this: run the right reports for your CPA. Your CPA needs to know, the money that you had coming in, the money you had that was going out, the amount of inventory you still have in stock that's not sold. They need to know all those type of numbers. If you're curious about which reports you need to give your CPA, I've got a blog post all about it. If you go to fulltimefba.com/year-end reports, then I walk you through exactly where to go on Amazon Seller Central to find these reports, where to save them, and to save them on your computer so that you can email those to your CPA or whoever is doing your taxes, so that you have the right numbers, so that you do everything the right way. You don't want to do things the wrong way and have to pay penalties or fines later on. Do it right, the right way first. So that's tip number 3. And tip number 4, when it comes to dealing with sales tax, look into services like TaxJar, who can automate everything for you. You want to be able to do as much as you can to make sure you're doing it right. So TaxJar has a website. You can go to fulltimefba.com/TaxJar, and you can go to that website and find out. They've got information about your specific state when it comes to sales tax, services that they are able to help pay your sales tax for you. They take the money that you get from the customer and pay the right places, the right amounts of money. They have got services that can take that, and so you can try and figure out what you're supposed to do when it comes to taxes. And hiring services like TaxJar or other services that are out there really can save a lot of time and energy when it comes to trying to make sense of everything when it comes to taxes. So those are my 4 big tips, suggestions to be able to get some more information and to be able to make sure that you are dealing with taxes the right way. I know taxes, that's not a really exciting topic or anything, but it's so important to make sure that you do it the right way. So hopefully this will help you set you up with a good foundation, so that your days ahead can be more focused on making profits, making sales, and all the fun stuff of your Amazon FBA business. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to scroll down, click like, leave us a comment or a question. That'd be cool. For more information about turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA, come over to the blog, fulltimefba.com. And for more videos, check us out and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.